Pahoittelen ensiksi, että mulla on hirveä flunssa ja koitan puhua mahdollisimman selkeästi. As the previous speaker, I'm also making my presentation in English, as I'm here to present the Covenant of Mayors initiative, which is an initiative of the European Commission. Myself, I'm from Climate Alliance, as it was mentioned. The Climate Alliance is a network of local authorities specialized in climate protection, and we are part of the Covenant of Mayors office. So we are running the Covenant of Mayors initiative for the Commission. As we know, Europe is globally in the forefront of climate protection, and has set an ambitious target of minus 20% of less CO2 by 2020. The Covenant of Mayors initiative is really mirroring this objective at the local level. So the idea is that the cities, towns in Europe will reduce their CO2 emissions at least by 20% by 2020 by putting in place a sustainable energy action plan. The idea with these initiatives is really to show that the EU is not able to fulfill its commitments without the local solutions, without the local actors. Just very quickly a couple of slides showing the success of this initiative. So the Covenant of Mayors initiative was launched in 2009, and immediately in the beginning there were some almost 400 cities and towns that joined this group of ambitious cities. And just 1 year after, the numbers had grown already to almost 1,700 people interested in the initiative. And you can see here the growth now, I think it's now some almost 2,220 signatories for this initiative. So it's really been a very, very big growth in the local politicians to getting committed to this target. So why is this so successful? Why are the cities joining? I think in the heart of the whole initiative is that this is the first time that the European Commission has recognized the local level, local and regional authorities as a key actor in the energy and climate policies. So this is really the reason why the masses are moving, let's say. But in addition to this, you can see some quotes from European mayors. The Covenant of Mayors initiative, it provides a platform for local mayors, for local politicians to really get their voices heard. And the Commission has promised to listen. So in a sense, they have said this privileged partnership between the cities and towns and the regions and the European institutions. Also, of course, this type of initiative gives visibility for the signatories. So we are organizing high-level events once a year. We have meetings. We promote the actions of the signatories on the website and so on. So it is an interesting, also in the marketing sense of issues. Of course, as the Covenant of Mayors is a political commitment, it's still the political commitment. It's a start of a process. So it's not only a signature. It means that when the cities and towns commit to the Covenant of Mayors, they have to follow up a certain process. Basically, it's quite an ambitious schedule because there's a requirement to first of all to put in place the necessary structures to actually prepare a baseline emission inventory and a sustainable energy action plan together with the stakeholders. And all this has to be done within the first year. So in practice, usually, at least we recommend that the local authorities signing in consider before signing in the actual workload that becomes Sustainable Energy Action Plan, there's 2 years time to actually implement and monitor what's going on, and then the Commission requires 2 years after that an implementation report. So this is how the process works. So the initiative is now in a phase where we had a really huge growth, and now we are in a phase where the first energy action plans are coming in. So we are really now seeing how the implementation part is going on. So we have currently some 250 sustainable energy action plans that have been submitted. If you go to our website, you see that there are not that many online. Unfortunately, we've been in the process of developing a system to really easily evaluate and monitor the action plans and automate this as much as possible. Just a few examples of the first action plans. I'm not really going into details, but I just want to highlight a couple of, let's say, key fields of action that we concentrate on. So first of all, of course, the energy efficiency and sustainable planning. So, for example, in the example of Montreuil, you see that they've established a sustainable district, and they also have a scheme for energy efficient housing for social housing. Also, another key field is transport and, of course, renewable energy. Maybe an example from Växjö, from Sweden, where they are building a biogas plant, and the biogas will be used for public transport fleet and for other car use. And I would also like to come to the point that the earlier presenter made on the issue of new products, energy efficient products, and renewable energy, also in the form of procurement. So obviously the local authorities have a power in public procurement, and this should be used also to have the new products to penetrate markets on these areas. And also, as highlighted by the previous speaker, really to show that there is a big potential in energy and climate, also for financial savings and also for creating new green jobs. Let's highlight just really there are some quite heavy requirements to sign up to the Covenant of Mayors. So now I'd just like to highlight the let's say benefits for and the support that we give for the local and local level in this initiative. So as I mentioned very quickly, this is really the first time that you have all the European institutions together. You have the European Council, the European Commission, the Parliament, and the Committee of Regions, all of them endorsing this initiative. Here are some quotes from all the key people, basically highlighting the importance of the initiative. So I think this is really something for me quite an extraordinary thing. As also mentioned by previous speaker, obviously the European policy is one of the key issues for how to support and endorse the let's say the solutions of local level. And just to highlight the EU Climate and Energy Package, this is the sort of the basis for Covenant of Mayors. This is when Europe made its commitment 3x20, so 20% less CO2, 20% renewables, and 20% less energy efficiency. But now there are quite some newish initiatives under discussion. So you can see, also mentioned earlier, the Energy Strategy 2020. There, for example, energy efficiency is the first priority. There are 5 priority areas, and the first one is mentioned is energy efficiency. So obviously this is an important signal for local level as well. The Energy Efficiency Action Plan that has struggled and is now under debate, showing in the sense that even if energy efficiency is a key priority, it's not that easy to actually deal with at the European level. There's been debate on whether there will be country-specific binding targets or not. So this is a quite a big debate around this subject. And finally, the Energy Roadmap 2050 that should come up with a more strategic long-term approach by 2050. At the same time, the Commission is also preparing a low-carbon economy roadmap. So this is also mirroring, in a sense, the development of on the other hand, focusing on energy issues, and on the other hand, trying to really reach very significant CO2 reductions up to 95% by 2050. I think these policy developments will now show, I think, during this year, whether the local level is really taken into account, whether the Covenant of Mayors initiative can influence the European policy, and whether the local level will get further support from the institutions.